We're going to drill 20,000 holes in one lake in one day.
We're pretty pumped up.
Yow! 2013 extravaganza is underway. Yeah! Woo! Brainerd, Minnesota, $150,000 ice fishing extravaganza. I'm Dan Eigen, full-time guide and avid outdoorsman. These days, it's easy to get stuck inside in a virtual world. But the real world is outside. So I challenge you to put your instincts to work, making real memories with real people. Because we love it outdoors. Ice fishing, a North Country tradition unlike any other, and is foreign to most folks around the country as a trip to the moon. The act of venturing out on a barren, often windswept sheet of frozen water, drilling a hole through the ice cap and trying to catch a fish may sound silly to some, but it's a lifestyle for others.
Unbelievable walleye.
Traditionally, ice fishing has been more or less a solitary pursuit. Images of the isolated angler, rod in hand, holding vigil over a hole, are part of the lore and lure of this pastime. And ice fishing, for the most part, still is peaceful, tranquil, and a quiet affair, except for the one day a year when the Brainerd, Minnesota JCs hold the biggest ice fishing party in the world. For the past 23 years, the Brainerd JC's ice fishing extravaganza has grown from an intimate group of a few hundred friends and family to the single largest one-day gathering of ice fishermen on the planet, with over 10,000 hardy souls from all over the country and world.
We got two groups, one Wisconsin group and a Minnesota group.
Iowa, Nebraska.
Hawaii or Minnesota? We chose Minnesota.
All the way from India. I think it's amazing. One of the best experience I have ever felt in here.
For most of these die-hard ice fishing anglers, the 3 hours during the contest itself are only a small part of what has become an annual midwinter tradition. We caught up with one such group a couple of nights before the big event.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Dano, Walleye Dan is here.
How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the Nelson cabin.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you here.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Rick Nelson from Madelia, Minnesota, and his band of merry ice fishing men have been making this trip north to the extravaganza for many years. For these guys, like so many others, this isn't about the fish, it's about the friendships.
It's fun with all of our friends. We come up here and have a good time. We just all get together and have fun, and we go out in the lake, and you have so much fun out there. Like I say, you know, if it was up here to win, I guess we probably wouldn't be up here every year. You know?
They've gathered here in this classic North Country cabin every winter for many years. There's always plenty of big talk.
I'm gonna get that extra $5,000 that they're offering, you know.
100 trips down memory lane.
I happened to come out of the fish house and I slipped and just went backwards and smashed my head, you know.
And maybe even a chance to do some light remodeling while there's some young backs around.
Hey, kind of make sure you get it straight, huh?
Every year there's a few new faces and plenty of new hope that this is the year the big prize goes to the Nelson crew.
This is gonna be our year. We try and do some different things, but once you're out there for an hour or so, it turns into the same stuff. It's just so much fun to be with a bunch of people out there
And see all the people out there.
and what a program that JC's put on. You know, it's amazing. You know.
But in the end, the family tradition of getting together for this particular icy event is all about togetherness and passing along what Rick feels is the divine poetry of ice fishing.
He's a beauty, he's a king of his palace below. He must be 16, 18, 20 pounds or so. It's time to get him back into the lake. It's time to set him free. Back to his palace down below where he is longing to be. Great times, great fishing will soon decrease if we don't continue to practice catch and release. Happy fishing.
That is seriously awesome.
So how many holes in the ice does it take to put on the largest ice fishing contest in the world? Only about 20,000. And it all gets done in a day. We'll show you how when We Love It Outdoors returns. It's the morning before the annual Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza, and Hole in the Day Bay on Gull Lake is still an unblemished canvas. But not for long.
We're going to drill 20,000 holes in one lake in one day. It doesn't happen anywhere else on Earth. This is a pretty cool thing you guys are doing. We pre-drilled 20,000 holes. We sell in excess of 10,000 tickets, and we let people pick their hole. We give them options. We drilled trucks about 10 feet apart, and we're going to send guys down. About 40 augers will be working, and we'll send them just down the tire path of the truck to drill a hole every 10 feet. And it'll work out with the size of the perimeter of the contest site. It'll be about 20,000 holes when it's all said and done.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Dan, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
What a day.
Oh my gosh, isn't this great?
Unbelievable to witness all the
Sure.
drilling and all the activities that are, coming together here.
Right. It's pretty incredible. You know,
Unbelievable.
we started yesterday with nothing, and we put up our tents yesterday, and now today we've got our hole drillers out here. You can see we're putting all kinds of things up and getting our town ready to go. We actually are the second largest city in Crow Wing County on the day of the contest.
Are you serious?
That's pretty cool, yeah.
That is cool,
That is.
yeah. As far as beneficiaries, Camp Confidence still number one?
They are our primary beneficiary,
Okay.
yep. We're hoping maybe this will be the year we get over $3 million that we've given to local organizations.
And it's pretty cool too, because as you're driving down the roads and coming through Nisswa, Baxter, wherever,
Yep.
you know that it's the eve of the largest contest in the world.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, thank you for what you do,
Thank you.
and you know what? Keep those prayers going for the
I'm
weather.
trying. I'm working on it.
Good to see you.
Thanks so much, Dan.
With over 10,000 anglers, the extravaganza is massive, and it raises a lot of money for charities like Camp Confidence. But folks, I've got to tell you, if more people knew about what Confidence Learning Center is and what it does for mentally and physically challenged people of all ages, I think we'd have to find enough ice to handle 20,000 anglers or more.
Our mission statement is to use the outdoors and the activities that the campers participate in to create successful environments, to create opportunities to succeed at their own individual level, ultimately to raise their individual confidence.
Awesome. Nice job.
That's right, sweetie pie. That's right.
The things I get to witness are just incredible sights. The individual triumphs, the expression of emotion when our campers are successful and they know it. It's just wonderful to be a part of that.
I did good.
You know, the outdoors, it creates a natural curiosity and a natural motivation to want to succeed and want to participate. But ultimately, you know, what we do out here could actually be accomplished in a lot of clinical environments and school settings, but it just happens to be more fun outdoors. The JCs, the sponsors, and all those fishermen typically equate to 2,500 to 3,000 camper days each year here at the camp. We wouldn't be able to keep our doors open year-round without an event such as this.
Back on Gull Lake, it's Extravaganza Eve, and the pre-party is in full swing at Grandview Lodge.
Oh, look at this here. Is that Rick in there?
Hey, Dano!
What in the world are you doing?
Everybody's got to do this if you want a chance to get the fish. Watch this. Watch this.
Watch this.
Sounds like a cow.
In a matter of hours, more than 10,000 hope-filled fishermen will converge on the icy surface of Gull Lake, with their sights set on catching a piece of ice fishing glory. Dawn over Hole-in-the-Day Bay on Minnesota's Gull Lake. Right now, a relatively empty sheet of ice, soon to be transformed into the equivalent of one of the largest cities in the state.
First timers or newbies. Just want to say good luck to everybody. Straighten your lines and let's catch some big fish and go home with some prizes. And we don't care about anybody else on any other bus, just this one.
Woo! Woo!
I've been coming here since 2005. I have not caught a single fish, but still love it. Love the camaraderie. It's like a big tailgating party on the ice.
GPS says it's a good spot. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, Porta Body's not too far away. And there's a lot of good-looking girls that walk right there along that path.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's Minnesota at its finest right here.
This will be our third year. We're pretty pumped up, ready to go.
So, we've got about 4 minutes before the cannon goes off, and you know what, the weather just changed dramatically. I mean, we're talking probably a 25 to 30 mile an hour steady wind out of the northwest, blowing right into Hole-in-the-Day. But the cannon's gonna go off shortly. The temperature's supposed to drop as this contest goes on, and I'm gonna say that people are gonna be dropping like flies at about 2 o'clock. So let's just see what happens. Philip is one of the most avid outdoorsmen that I know.
If you use like more like a small fat head minnow or a small rainbow chub minnow on maybe like a number 4, maybe number 4 or number 6 hook, smaller the better can invoke sluggish fish into biting since there's so much commotion on top of the ice.
What would you rather be doing, ice fishing or turkey hunting? 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Woo! 2013 Extravaganza is underway. We will have a fish going in here in less than a minute. You watch.
First fish of the 2013 Extravaganza right there.
You got a fish in there? Okay, what do you got there, buddy? You got a little walleye. There you go. Another little walleye. Okay, good job. We got a bloody perch. Biggest fish so far. Yep, about a 10-inch perch. Nice job. We got about an 11-inch walleye and a buddy. Look at that perch. Nice job.
It's Cody's first year.
Cody, you caught a fish?
Yeah. High five. Okay, let's go.
Big walleye where? Right here. You got a big walleye in here? Yes, you do. And a girl. That is a beautiful, that's like a 20-incher. What's your name? Nikki. Nikki, what'd you catch it on?
Just a little minnow.
Okay.
And a girl, how deep in water approximately, do you know?
Like 8 to 10 feet.
Shallow water? And a girl, where are you from?
Sartell.
Nice. Can I just touch it?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not, look at that fish. That's a 19-inch walleye right there. And a girl. There's a lot of fish coming in. And you know what I said before about the sun? I mean, there's a lot of blue sky, so maybe that sun will take that edge off that the wind is kind of putting on us right now. But look at that line of people. Lots of fish being caught.
The world's largest party on the ice is underway on Minnesota's Gull Lake near Brainerd, Minnesota. The annual Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza attracts anglers from all over the country and even the world. Every single one of them hoping for the chance to make a mad dash across the ice with fish in hand.
You got a first fish here. Yes! Adam, buddy! It's in here? You caught that walleye? Yeah! Nice job! What'd you catch it on?
Like those little flags.
A tip-up?
Yeah.
Adam, buddy. Where are you from?
Brainerd.
Brainerd! Give me knuckles on that. Good job. Go weigh that baby in. Woo-hoo! Dustin from Rogers, Minnesota. So we got a beautiful fish right there. Caught it on a buckshot rattle spoon in 51 feet of water. And you know what? He might be driving home in a brand new Ford pickup truck. Maybe. But
yeah.
Bottom line is you got a beautiful fish there. Nice job.
I love Brainerd!
Most of them are coming out of that deeper water. She wore her bikini out here today. This guy right here, Bob Slaybaugh, he has been around since this whole thing was just a little thought, right? Where were you sitting that day?
You know, I was in a JC convention down in the cities. They scratched a business plan out on the back of a 12-pack of beer.
Imagine that, huh?
And everybody came back to Brainerd, they gave the business plan and said, you guys are nuts. But here we are. Who's nuts now?
These guys! Isn't that something?
Where else in the world would you find this many people in this kind of environment trying to raise money for charities?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Absolutely beautiful. You know, Dan, today there's over 500 volunteers on the ice. People that took vacations from their jobs the last couple days to set it all up. I mean, it's short, nothing but incredible. It really is.
How's it feel to be on the board?
Woo!
Another one neat.
Good for you.
Show me the fish.
Show the fish. I don't know. You can't see it. Where do I go?
What is it? What kind of fish you got?
I don't know. Rock bass? Rock bass. I don't see.
Freezing our butt off in the wind. Naturally, the wife gets the fish after we do all the work. Send her up, but hey, hopefully we win something.
So there we have it, the up-to-date leaderboard. And we've talked with a number of those people that are up there. And it looks like Dustin Haynes from Rogers has got the big fish of the day. It's a 4-pound walleye. You know what, if that holds up, just over a 4-pound walleye holds up, you know what, I'd have to say that's one of the smaller fish over the years here that has won this thing. And it's looking pretty good at this point. You never know, but wicked cold front conditions here.
As the afternoon wore on, the weather just continued to get worse and worse. Winds reaching blizzard force started driving even the most diehard anglers off the ice early. But as many of the competitors waved the white flag of defeat, a local boy from Brainerd named Bror Linneruth stuck to his guns.
I was kind of the one that was
not, you know, socializing with everybody and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I was the one that was hovered over my hole, you know, the whole time, scooping out, you know, the slush and stuff with my hand every 5 minutes and jigging my minnow. And
the stubborn tenacity paid off as just over 2 hours into the tournament, Roar hooked up with a solid fish.
You know, as I'm reeling up, I'm sitting there shaking, you know, my legs are shaking, and you know, I got up to the hole. I think it got there 2 times and it took off with the drag. And finally the 3rd time the head got into the hole and my buddy grabbed it by the gills and just literally chucked it right out of the hole. And I don't know if it was from him throwing the fish out of the hole, but the line actually did break. And so luckily we got that thing out of the hole before it could go back down.
Conditions were so bad at the time that our cameras didn't even catch a glimpse of Roar bringing in his catch. But at nearly 4.5 pounds, the northern pike was big enough to make Roar Linneruth the 2013 Brainerd JC's Ice Fishing Extravaganza champion.
I ended up winning the 2013 Ford F-150 pickup truck. It has definitely helped out. It's gonna help out with school and stuff like that. Yeah, not too bad for catching a northern pike.
Here in the North Country, we take our ice fishing very seriously, and days like today are certainly proof of that. But the extravaganza is so much more. It's friends and family getting together to do what we love in a place we love to be. And most of all, sharing what we can with those who need it most. Which makes this annual event a very cold place filled with over 10,000 very warm hearts.
Corey, on behalf of Mills Fleet Farm and our new television show, We Love It Outdoors, we thank you very, very much.
Thanks for being here.
And we absolutely loved it, so thank you very much.
Continue this adventure by visiting your local Mills Fleet Farm store or shop online at fleetfarm.com for all your sporting good needs and more. fleetfarm.com.